for a scare. And I'm not talking about this. Hey guys, welcome back to Metropolis. You might remember last year that I started collecting some Goosebumps cards that I found on eBay. Never knew they existed before, and they were from Topps. We all know Topps. They've done a hell of a lot of card series in their time, and it was from 1996. Well, this month I was lucky. I went on eBay and I found the entire base set of cards, and it was a decent price, so I purchased them all. And I'm going to share with you that collection now today. Right then, here we go. So this is actually the last card in the series, but it's of R.L. Stine, and this is the checklist. So just to make sure that we have got all the cards here, look, they're all numbered. Tells you what they are. Like I said, card 54, checklist R.L. Stine, the author of the Goosebumps books. Among many of his creatures being created for the Goosebumps TV show, one of my favourite shows of all time. So we put that aside. Mr. Stine can look at you very creepily there. Oh, look at him with all the haunted masks. Yeah, Goosebumps for me was such a creative TV series. I absolutely loved it. Okay, so this is card number 1. So these should be in kind of chronological order of how the books were released. So the first book in the series is Welcome to Dead House. And as you can see, we've got some skeletons here, some girl in the background looking very freaked out as she looks through the window. And there you go. That is the information here. Amanda's Dream, Josh and Amanda. Welcome to Dead House. Now, I won't read through these because it's going to be an awful long video if I do that. So if you want to pause and read them, you go ahead. The dinner plates in front of them are filled with human bones. They really are. Okay, so that's number 1. So card number 2. I think this is still Welcome to Dead House, when Josh and Amanda, basically they move to this new house in a new city. Well, not a new city, but you know what I mean. And it turns out, though, that a lot of the townsfolk are dead. Some chemical disaster, I think it was. And they can't go out in sunlight. So you've got Josh and Amanda here. Yeah, see, still Welcome to Dead House, the first one. There you go. All the neighborhood kids race from the field as fast as they can when the sun comes out. Yeah, I remember that. That's the first Goosebumps book I ever read. Awesome. Okay, I'm not familiar with this one. I didn't have this one originally. I think this is still Josh and Amanda. Yeah, that must be the sunlight and they're all... The undead are burning. Welcome to Dead House. Death of the Living Dead. It's a good name for film, isn't it? There you go. And card number 4. What have we got here? Don't know what's going on here. Some kind of plants. What's that there? Stay out of the basement. Card number 4 is Stay out of the basement. Thought it would be Say Cheese and Die, but no. So there you go. Card number 4. Card number 5. Yeah. So that's the father. He wears a cap because the plant is growing from his head, his hair. And that's his daughter there. Very concerned because he's eating plant food. I remember this well. There you go. Card number 5. Art by David Chelsea. Shout out to David Chelsea. Card number 6. It looks like it was still in the basement. Yeah. So then you got the 2 clones, or like one's her father, one's an actual plant. So she has to decide then which one is real, which one is not. There you go. So maybe these cards are 3 cards each per book. Okay, not sure which book this is yet. Some kid being attacked by a cat. Ghastly Greetings. Oh, Monster Blood. Okay. Long-time subscribers to my channel might remember that time when I did a parody video of Monster Blood. Didn't quite look like this. Evan, is that his name? And yeah, I had a cat at the time. My cat ate Monster Blood. grew to a giant. I had on a retro tip do some editing for me, and it was the most cheesiest production you've ever seen in your life. But I loved it. It was such great fun. Yeah. The next day, Evan meets a girl named Andy. There you go. Card number 8. Card number 9. I recognise this now, yeah. She was like some kind of like a wizard or something, or a witch. And I think eventually the monster blood consumes her. It just keeps growing and growing, guys. There you go, card number 9. Card number, here we go, this is Say Cheese and Die. You recognise that dodgy camera anyway. Let's try and focus a bit, yeah, Say Cheese and Die. So basically, when you take a photo of the camera, it predicts the future, but it's all like bad things, as in like a crashed car, for example. So they've got to take a photo of the family car, and then it comes out as damaged, and it's like, ooh. So the camera's definitely haunted or evil. One picture shows Bird getting hurt while playing baseball. A few minutes later, Bird does get hurt. Yeah. So, don't go taking photos with that camera. And then, that's it. I think the guy who created the camera, his name is Spider. And yeah, they take a photo of him, and I think he does die. Spoiler, sorry. But it was back in the 90s. The camera is evil, Greg concludes. Is his name Spider? No, Dr. Fredericks. Maybe it's called Spider in the TV series then. Unless I'm making that up. Okay, the next one. Don't know. Oh, Curse in the Mummy's Tomb, maybe? Yeah, Curse in the Mummy's Tomb. There you go. You can see it by there. Of course, I have got the full original, is it 52 books? Goosebumps run. The originals before they had like Goosebumps 2000. So I finally finished the collection last year. A lot of nostalgia for Goosebumps, so love having them. There you go, guys. Card number 14. Oh, and then the Mummy's Alive there. There was, I think it was The Mummy's Revenge or The Mummy's Curse or something, a sequel. I can't remember now. How bad is that? There you go. And the next book is, I'm not sure yet, just from that photo. It's a bit of dust there. And it is Let's Get Invisible. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with that book because I never had it. Obviously, I've got it now. So I can't tell you much about that, guys. But I'm guessing you look in the mirror and you become invisible. Yeah, and then looks like the invisible friend there then is obviously eating some food, drinking something. Max stays invisible for over 5 minutes, but then he starts to feel strange. Yep, that's what happens. Card number 18 then. There's probably a story where like the invisible person or Max is now trapped in the mirror and is an evil clone trying to get out or something like that. You will remain inside the mirror. There you go, it's gotta be that, right? I'll take your place in the real world. Unlucky Max, unlucky. Now I know exactly what this is. One of my all-time favourites. It's Goosebumps. It's Slappy. Night of the Living Dummy. It's gotta be. Although in the first book, I don't think Slappy was the antagonist. Night of the Living Dummy. Yeah, I think Mr. Wood was actually the evil dummy to begin with. You can see the evil dummy's now attacking the kid, going down the stairs, trying to kill him by the sounds of it. Don't push people down the stairs. Mr. Wood is alive. An ancient spell has brought him to life, and nothing can stop him. You are both my slaves, he tells Lindy and Chris in his evil, raspy voice. If you don't obey me, I'll start hurting everyone in your family. Classic. And then, carrying on with Slappy. Now, that looks more like Slappy. So, there you go. So Slappy was alive all along. Hey, slaves that ever demi gone, I thought you never leave. And then Slappy does become the the antagonist. Okay, next card. This has got to be what's it called? The Good Cried Monster. I think that might be the librarian who's eating like kind of bugs and stuff. Yeah, the Good Cried Monster. I'm not sure I had the book of this as a kid, but I do remember the TV episode. I'm not sure if he like eats a mouse or something at one point, and a snake comes out of his mouth. Go. And that's him chasing her through the library. Mr. Mortman, that's his name. Yeah. Creepy guy. Nen. Yeah, turns out, spoiler again, that the girl's family are actually monsters themselves and eat Mr. Mortman after inviting him to lunch. Dinner is served. Yeah, I remember that ending. Awesome. Right, so the next book we're looking at, this has got to be Welcome to Camp Nightmare, I think, looking at that. Yeah, he's got Camp Nightmare on his t-shirt as well. Snakebite, Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Uncle Al, I remember Uncle Al. The Forbidden Bunk. So that must be obviously from it again, but I'm not sure what scene that's depicting. Beanball. Okay. And then, oh gosh, this looks awful. Someone's lying in the water. Looks like they've drowned. And that's the last one of Camp Nightmare. Right guys, that's the first section. First 27 cards there. Now we're moving on to the next one. Now this has got to be My Best Friend's a Ghost. Or The Ghost Next Door, I think it's called, isn't it? The Ghost Next Door, there you go. When Hannah thinks there's a ghost next door, but there's a twist at the end. When Hannah tries to help Danny, her hands pass right through him. Danny a ghost. Yeah, some kind of evil spectre then appears. Mystery menace. No, shouts Hannah as the bony shadow moves closer. Card number 30 then will be the last one for the ghost next door. Yeah, remember this, there's a fire in the house and Hannah is trying to pull Danny to safety. There you go. Spoilers will be on the back of these cards if you actually watch them. Next card up is the Haunted Mask. Yeah, look at that. It says Carly Beth, and that's the mask that's alive, and that's her old face. I think that's when she's scaring some bullies in the graveyard. The Haunted Mask. One of R.L. Stine's most popular books. That's her trying to pull the mask off. Nice. These cards are pretty cool, I like these. Stuck Forever. And then final one of the Haunted Mask. Oh yeah, I think all the masks in the shop are alive and a bit freaky. There you go, Carly Beth. Now he is doomed to it forever. Dun dun dun. Right, the next book is... No idea at the moment. No idea from that. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah, not familiar with that one either. That's not one of the books I had. With me and my Goosebumps, I would tend to go and buy anything that was about a monster like Slappy or, you know, I can't think of anything else. It came from beneath the sink, things like that. Or yeah, anything with like a monster on front. I've always found that more interesting than like be careful what you wish for kind of thing. That's the next card there. Is that like dusty? Let's go in those. There you go. And then the final one of that one. Some like ghostly apparition appearing here from that girl or guy. Free as a bird. Guessing she makes wishes, but then there's a twist. Because there's always a twist. It's Goosebumps. Right, this has got to be a shocker on Shock Street. Now, I think this is where the books start ending, and they show monster cards. There you go. Giant praying mantis from a shocker on Shock Street. Terrifying trivia. What is the name of the town that Josh and Amanda moved to in Welcome to Dead House? I think it's called Dark Falls. Answers below, guys. Answers below. Got a werewolf. The werewolf of Fever Swamp. That is one I'm not too familiar with either, though I've heard it many times. I was looking at the episode list as well from the TV series, and there's someone in there I can't even remember seeing, so I might go and watch it again one day. Why was Casey and Margaret's dad working at home instead of the basement? Because he's a plant, wasn't he? Or he's doing something dodgy with plants. Collect all 9 Ghouls Gallery cards to form a giant Goosebumps puzzle. Ooh. They all go together? Don't know yet, but put those two there for now. Phantom of the Auditorium. There you go. What is the name of Evan's aunt in Monster Blood? Not sure. Oh, we know this guy. Slappy. Dun dun dun. There's Living Demi. Who was the first person Greg took a picture of the camera he found in Say Cheese and Die? I'm not really sure again. Here we go. Mummy. Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. What is Gabe's Uncle Ben wearing the first time Gabe sees him? Don't know. Could those go together? Oh, not quite. Hang on. There you go. Those go together. Put those up there a minute. That's the hamster from Monster Blood that grows huge. Monster Blood 2. What is Lefty's real name in Eska Invisible? Well done for being a lefty. Right, so we can put this together now. Put up there. Right, this is the mud monster, I think, from You Can't Scare Me. There you go. Told you I know my Goosebumps. Not all of it, but where did Lindy find Slappy and Ever Living Demi? Where's that go? Ah, I got that one. We've got the Haunted Mask. What was the name of the summer reading program that Lucy belonged to in The Girl Who Cried Monster? No idea. No idea. Right. That must be still at the basement of the plant. What was the name of Billy's grandson? Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Uncle Al. I think it was Uncle Al. And now we got... I think that's the last Terrifying Ghoul one. So this is just... this is from the actual TV series now. What was Hannah's best friend who goes next door? Danny. So that's the plant. This one is Cuckoo Clock of Doom. It's got to be. Yeah. The Haunted Mask. Didn't even need to look at that one, guys. Is that going to be from Curse of the Mummy's Tomb? Yeah. And then the Mummy from the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. I took 2 cards then. It's creepy, isn't it? Yep. That's Mr. Mortman. That's when he's eating the spider. See, look. Told you I remember that scene. Girl Who Cried Monster. I think this was from Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Was his name Chomper or something like that? And then finally, oh, it's one of my favourites. I think that is the Gruel. What they thought was an innocent looking sponge from under the sink, and it's called It Came From Beneath the Sink. Yes! Get in there. Right, let's try and put these cards together then. Right. Right, that's her arm, so that goes together there. Do these actually all go together? Or do they just doubles? Well, they go together, don't they? So we need like another, there you go. Another tree. That goes on the end right there. Sorry guys, this might be all over the place now. I don't know. Right, let's pause a minute. And here you go, guys. That is the puzzle put together then of the cards. The monster. The monster collection, the ghouls. Right then, so that has been my Goosebumps, I was going to say Goosebumps card collection. Thank you again to Arl Stein for writing this awesome series. Let me know, guys, what you thought of Goosebumps in the comments below. Did you have this series? Did you just watch the TV show? Be interesting to find out. Anyway, that's a cool collection to have. It's I love my 90s nostalgia. 1996. As ever, boom. See you soon. Not you. Ain't seeing you soon. Ugh.